Welcome back to Boomer's Playground, and I just wanted to do a quick catch-up video with everybody. I haven't done a whole lot of videos. I did all the exercises from like the JavaScript section on of the Colt Steele Web Developer Bootcamp, and I had 3 really important videos that I recorded first on kind of the non-programmy things that are important when you're trying to get this job. And I feel like a lot of people don't watch them, and I don't blame you. You came for help on a specific exercise. You don't want to hear me ramble on forever. So I'm doing this one to kind of let you guys know what I'm going to start doing for videos. And I just want this to be out kind of in the open or early again, because this is almost as important as the skill set you're learning to code. So I've noticed there have been a couple exercises that have more questions than others. And so what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start doing smaller, shorter videos where I go over the concepts in specific exercises that have a lot of questions, or I noticed in like my local group or even people at work. And I'm going to go a little deeper into those, more so than just the exercise question itself. Secondly, I'm seeing a lot of people, and I have left the Colt Steele Discord. I just didn't feel like I was providing any value anymore. There were enough people on there that were repeating the same thing that I had been repeating, or I had been repeating what they had said. Either way, it doesn't matter who said it first. The fact was the information was getting duplicated, and there's enough smart people on there that they will be able to help you guys. And it was just such, I don't want to say a time waste, but it was just so busy. And again, I just didn't feel like I was providing any extra value, so I just got out of there, and I'm focusing more on the small one that is kind of an invite only, just so we don't make a duplicate of the Colt Steele one. So if you're active and you're helping and you're on the Colt Steele Bootcamp, one of the other people in our group may reach out to you to come to our kind of a little smaller one, a little more dedicated, a little more, we make sure people are active and actually like trying. So with that said, what I saw a lot before I left the Discord, and what I'm seeing a lot in the questions and even again in my local groups, is people seem to think that instructors aren't teaching enough, aren't teaching it proper, whether that's an online course, whether that's even, a college course or, a boot camp. And there's something that I don't think a lot of people think about. And in reality, I understand why most people don't, because you're sold a sales pitch, right? There's a sales pitch to get you to go to college. There is a sales pitch to get you to take a boot camp. There is a sales pitch to get you to buy a course. So I do understand why people think this way, but I just wanted to dispel this real quick. No teacher, no course is ever going to teach you everything, and that's not the goal. I'm not sure why people tend to think of coding as kind of a different skill set than anything else that you ever learned, but it's not. It's the same exact thing. Think about that first foreign language you tried to learn. You could learn all the vocabulary you wanted, but until you started using it, you never got good with it. At least that's my experience. That seems to be what a lot of other people's experiences are. So one thing with these courses, and this is true of all 3 options, whether you're self-taught with like an online course or just books, with a boot camp, or even with a college curriculum, you get what you put in. These courses are not designed for you to just follow them blindly and then be proficient and get a job at the end. That may be what they hint at when they're selling it to you, but that is just not how they work. I personally haven't taken a boot camp, but I think we have 3 or 4 people who took boot camps that are working at the same company as me on my team. And they all said the same thing. You could tell from the beginning who was going to make it and who wasn't, because you could tell the people that were going to put in the extra work. And I know that kind of sucks because you're paying for something, but that's with anything. You want to learn to play the piano, you can't just watch a video. You need to put in extra work outside of those videos or outside of like your teacher's teachings, right? And that's the same with the Colt Steele course, the Andrew Naguye or whatever his... Any course is fine as long as you like the instructor and you're going to finish it. But you also have to put in a lot of work outside of the course. And I think a lot of people don't think that's necessary. And that's probably the biggest thing. I think that's a lot I think that's a lot why, sorry, my phone went off, and I'm not going to edit these. They're going to be just like the other ones where they're just straight through. That's why a lot of boot camps get great reviews, and there are a lot of boot camps that get shitty reviews. A lot of times, people just go and they're like, okay, cool. I paid 10 grand. I'm going to do my 3 months and I'm going to get a job. And it's not that. You get what you put in. And that's the same with all of this stuff. And so I say it a lot. I say it in the first couple of videos. I said it probably a million times on the Discords. You need to learn these skills and you need to put them to use. And yes, I know what everybody just said in their head was, I don't know what to build. Just start small. Who cares? Because here's what's going to happen. If you came here from the Colt Steel bootcamp, go to his Discord. How many people ask, I finished the course, what should I build now? Now, people will give them ideas. People will tell them, build whatever you want. I was the same way. You have to like what you're going to build. But the biggest thing is they're going to start to build that at the end and they're going to get stuck and they're not going to know how to do it. So now they have to learn how to create a project. They need to learn how to work with that project, and they need to know how to finish that project. If you start that at the early steps in the JavaScript sections, even if you build this stupid crap, you don't have to put it on GitHub. You don't have to put it on your portfolio. You don't have to put it on your resume. But just use these technologies so that you're going to learn them better. And then when you get to the end, you're going to have built 10 or 15 things. Now, they might not be worth showing anybody, but you're going to know how. And so when you get to the end, you're not going to be learning after you finish the course how to build a project. So I think that's really, really important. So I don't have internet right now, so I'm going to record this. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to export it. And then I'm going to start on the shorter videos. I'm going to start with functions because those do seem to be kind of the toughest first step into JavaScript because it's really when you start to pull apart how things work together. But nonetheless, just keep all this in mind, right? You have to put in the work, or let me rephrase this. The amount of work you put in is the amount that you'll get back from the course, no matter what course it is. The course is borderline irrelevant. So keep that in mind. Put in the work. You do have to put in work outside of, the course, the boot camp, or even your college curriculum. And that's the same for everything. So start soon, start early. That way, when you get to the end, you're ready to go. So thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping in. Like, share, subscribe, and keep an eye out for the next couple videos where I dive a little deeper into some of these concepts that the exercises use. So peace.